comments allowed. I'm back. Probably lost everybody I had. I had 10 or so, but wash so it cleans up really good. Ugh. That's a little better. Start off with some water in the paint. Get her in there. That mixed up. Airbrush is not behaving very well tonight. Just need a little more red for this project. So the bait that I'm painting, not far. After I take the tape off this thing, I am going to give this airbrush a good cleaning, which means I got to take the fluid tip and everything out because I'm barely getting any paint out of it at all. However, I think I got enough. So, all right, got the painting done. Now, hey Anthony. So what I'm going to do is tear off the stencil and hopefully it works. Doesn't tear off the paint with it. You never know until you get to this. So this is the part where you see a grown man cry. Not yet. We'll see. See what happens. Hello, Ale Crispin. Marisol Zamora. How am I? I are good. Oh, it did tear off some of the paint. I'm going to have to touch it up with a brush. Oh, and it's tearing off my stencil too. It's getting ugly. We're going to see if I'm any good with a paintbrush because apparently I'm not very good with the airbrush. What am I doing? I am making a fishing lure. So I'm painting up a lure that I made out of wood and hopefully it turns out okay. Right now I can't find the end of the tape. Assalamu alaikum. I hear the Muslim people say that a lot. I know it's a great salutations. Right back at you. There's no way I'll be able to pronounce it. So back at you. Apple juice. Tearing off on this side too. Canadian apple juice is what I'm drinking. All right, both sides are going to be ugly. So I'm going to touch it up with a brush before I take my other stencil off. Actually, I had it over here. You know what? I could probably hit that with the airbrush. Oh, I got it still red. No, air paintbrush, not airbrush. What's happened is I've got some of the paint lifted. I did a bit of a burnt pattern on this, on the wood. I started a lot. It's ever noisy. This is where did you create? When did I create my channel? I kind of started it back, I'd say 3 years ago. Mostly in the realm of the sportspal canoe world, but I also goof around with this stuff for a hobby. And I gotta grab this with something else. So, as I said, about 4 years ago, I started playing with this. It's a good thing to keep my mind busy. Instead of complaining about having a negative mindset, I decided to do something about it. It's one of these things where if I keep myself busy, keep my mind creative, I find it puts me in a much more positive mood. So, very difficult to be positive and creative at the same time, or so I have found. Now, I'm going to hit that with a little bit of the old girl's hair dryer. Do some of the finer touch-ups after, once I get this dry. Got the blow dryer going on the table. I have all these stencils and stuff in behind, and they're all like going in behind the table. Not great. Okay. Time to see whether this is going to look any good at all, or whether it's going to be terrible. A little bit of cleaning up to do, but it'll kind of work. My stencils I thought would be a little stickier than they are. And what happened is it allowed a little bit of leaking underneath the paint to bleed, and didn't turn out quite sharp enough for my liking. So stick that inside the bucket or table, bin, whatever. So that's kind of where we're going. A little Canadian flag here. I need to, oh, that one will be better. Need to try and get where the paint leaked a little bit. Try this. I don't know what to do actually. I think what I'll do is I'm going to allow it to dry, and then I'm just going to take a sharp knife and I'll just cut the parts out that's going to have the paint in it. Might be dry enough now. One of these maybe. See if I can scrape some of that paint back. These might be a little too damp right now, but oh, kind of working. I'm going to let this dry because it's a little too damp right now. I have to find something to hang it on. Will that hold it? Probably not. Nope, that's not going to hold it. Should probably not do that. Fire it up in there. Yeah, take that. Okay, what we'll do then is we'll switch over to some of these. I have some musky repaints I got to finish up. We're going to switch from the wooden baits to these babies. I've got 3 of them here to be repainted that are pre-primed. So the guy that wants these done, he wants them all black and orange pattern. Doesn't care what they are, just black and orange. So I've got one done over here. I'll show you. Oh. I do have one of his black and orange. So that was, I don't even remember what it was when I started. I think it was green. I'll stick that up there in case anybody pops in, wants to see it later. All right, next. Oh, jeepers. What a toilet mouth. Jeepers. I've got a malfunction with this airbrush. I think I mentioned that earlier. We're going to have to, let's tear it apart and have a little look-see here. So I'm going to try and clean the fluid tip out on this, which means I need this great big wrench. I don't know if this is the right way to do it. It's the way I do it. Loosen that nut off, pull the needle out, take the air cap off, and that little wrench. This is where old man eyes are no good. Oh, I got a little gob of something on the end. Anyways, look how tiny that thing is. So I had to get it closer to me, sorry. So when you drop one of those little needle tips or fluid tips on the floor, they are gone forever. Man, there's a lot of red coming off there. Hope that's not coming out of me. I think so. Hey, sharp. What the heck is that? Anyway, now I look up in there. See all that red stuff? That's the paint I was just firing. Oh man, that's filthy in there. Got to get one of these. I've got some stuff down that fluid tip. I don't think you can, or in the bowl. There's a line of crusty old paint in there. Somebody's been not taking very good care of this. This thing's going to get a wicked deep clean someday. I'll probably just end up buying a new airbrush. Now, this airbrush is actually really, really cheap. I think I may have ruined it though. That's just the bit that came out first crack. It's definitely what's going on here. Okay, I think I got most of that out of there. I should probably ram something up in the end here. Got these things here, they're for cutting torches. I don't know what all I've got on them though. Oh, it's just sawdust. See if that fits in there. Nope. There, multiple sizes, lots of sizes. Gotta find the one that fits through there. So it actually works as a little bit of a file kind of deal. Gotta get that stupid. Got a little whisker down in there now, and it just kind of flops over the hole for the needle. And that's not great. What we used to call less than great. All right, yep. Get out of there. Wants to go right up inside that friggin' hole, too. I'm just gonna rinse that out. Stuff flying out of her now. Okay. Now. Oh, I can see that or not. Well, looks plugged up pretty good, but the needle is still going out the end. Oh, look at that big onion ring. That's a sucker. Oh, just dropped it. This is how not to clean an airbrush, probably. There's lots of guys on YouTube that are really good at this. You're not watching one of them. I keep such good care of my stuff. That's why I have major malfunctions in the middle of a stream, right? Oh, well. I'm going to have to switch to something stronger than this if this is how my evening is going to go. Good stuff, though. Okay, now to the problem. I think what the real issue is inside this little sucker. Right? Where's the camera? Right there. That's the big end. Oh, you can see that? Freaking lights are bright. Anyways, I got to get this needle up in there. Usually I stick this into my finger a few times doing this. So that's the paint needle. I got to try and get it in a hole. Oh, I did it. Look at me go. Now, I just kind of run her back and forth a few times. Any paint that dried up inside that fluid tip, I chase it out. Kick her out of there. It kind of just scrapes the inside of that. I don't know whether it ruins it or not, but we're going to try this. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to change the fluid tip, needle, the whole shebang, and start over. Because. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. Famous last words. Probably good enough. This is where blind old bastard. Got to get it started. That's the trick. And never over tighten this sucker when you put her back on. I did that on my Iwata. Broke the threads off. They're not very strong, so just a little, put that much. Excuse me, Burpenheimer. Holy shit, my eyes are gone for it. Anyways, stick that on there. Fire those away. Needle back in there. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fire some paint thinner through it. That might help. It's such a damn mess with it. My wife's gonna come down. You're not wearing a mask. She's right. Oh, that helps. Put a little protector on there. That little protector doesn't do a whole lot, but there is a needle adjustment on the back of this. This is the cheapest airbrush you can find. So you don't need anything fantastic. Should be wearing a mask. Okay. Should I use the rag in there instead of my finger? So what did everybody get up to today? Myself, we have a beef farm. I got a few cows, kicked out with their calves. We're running out of hay in the barn, so we had to throw the cows and calves outside, and they're going to have to eat outside. All right, here we go. I'm going to do another little coat of primer on these little things because I can kind of still see the lines and stuff through it. Oh, that's way better. So let that dry. Still smell the paint thinner or taste the paint thinner really good in here. This one was chrome when I started, so I'm not 100% confident it's going to be as easy to paint as the other ones, but let's see what happens. That's two. Let's get another one going. Oh, I ran out of primer. Last little bit will help. It's a weird time of day with the sun going down. I got big shadow, that stupid light. Most of my content is canoe stuff. However, if all I do is canoes, I'm going to go crazy. So right now I'm at the point where I'm just trying to get watch hours, subscribers, all that fun stuff. So if you're watching, hey, subscribe. It'd be cool if you did. You don't? Ah, shit, you're still cute, cool. My laptop's over there, so be careful. Me, be careful. All right, what are we? Any of these dry enough to shoot more paint? Nope, gotta dry them. Dryer. So as I said, this customer, he wants black and orange colorations. So when I turn my head, shouldn't get any of you guys sick. But I don't want to get dehydrated, so. Broke a nail. Dang it. All right. Now, black. We're going to use black onyx. It's a high gloss, just a craft paint, cheap, Michael's, Walmart, whichever. I don't know where I bought this one, but sounds pretty thick anyways. Give you a little mixing cup. Now that will never shoot through an airbrush. So have my little chemist eyedropper and water. What we're aiming for with this is to have it about the same consistency as like milk, chocolate milk, orange bass, black stripes, maybe. Hey, Alain, bet you're smarter than you look. Yeah, I bet you are. Orange bass, black stripes. Holy shit. Bet you could probably build a canoe or two as well. What? Orange? Geez, you got me. I'm doing it. I like it. I like it. So now I got that halfway to that. Running out of little mixing cups. I got this one here, but I mixed gray in that, and it's probably solid. So orange bass, black stripes. I need a mixing cup real quick. Holy shit, what a messy guy. I know I got some. Ooh, let's do that one. Orange bass, black stripes. Shit, yeah. Ooh. That is super thick. That is chunky peanut butter. This is the Al Crispin special right here. Well, doesn't even be any chunks down the bottom of that. Orange bass, black stripes. We're going to move that out of the way. Move this out of the way. Put it over here. I almost spilt some paint on the top of the refrigerator. My wife loves when I do stuff like that, by the way. I think I'm going to do a pearl white belly on it, though. I think when I flung the stuff out of this, I may have ruined something. It's not behaving very good. Oh, all right. That's going to take a couple of coats of orange because for some reason those other colors still keep popping through. I think there's chunks on. I think there's chunks up inside the hair dryer. Those spitting little gritties on the, wow, spit one gritty on the thing, on the orange bass with black stripes. Christ, that sounds good. Let that dry too, and we'll wait. That won't dehydrate me. I've got 3 different things now, and I don't know which one's white, which one's primer. Can you tell? Me neither. Oh, me neither. Did I mention earlier about the color of the top of this table? Looks like clown vomit. I'll be back. I'll be back again. I think we should be slipping into something a little more comfortable. I had this chilling in the freezer. Sippy cup. Copperhead. Smoking gun moonshine. That doesn't help me paint nothing well. Cork in the end of it there again. Copperhead Distillery. Smoking gun moonshine. mug's all frosted up. And the lid's all cross-threaded. Stripes or dots? Now here's our interesting dilemma. Mr. Crispin, since you're so good at this, what we're going to do, we're going to decide right now whether we're going to do a smallmouth pattern or a largemouth pattern. Smallmouth be a few. I'm trying to dry the inside of this cup out with this rag, right? So I go to stick my finger through the rag, not through the rag, but in the rag like that. There's a hole right there. So I was drying it out with the inside of my finger only. Genius. This guy is a damned genius. I believe we're going to be going with a largemouth bass. I think that's where I'm going. I think that's where we'll end up anyways. Hey, I shake this stupid cough. Sippy cup. Oh, yeah. That's not Canadian apple juice. All right. Now we need black. Oh, I gotta clean that. Man, I should hire somebody just to clean the airbrush in between. So I could just sit here and, enjoy the refreshments. Nope. Seeing as you're the fishing expert, you choose. Fishing expert stuff. This Al Crispin, he sounds like such an intelligent, handsome man. I don't know. He'd be just a super prize for any lady to have. I'm sure of it. Gotta be. What the hell stuck to my sock? So it's everything. Ooh, what's that? All right. I think it just looks a little bit thin. I better thicken it just a smidgen. Stuck in there. Oop, something's coming out of it. Urgh. All right. That's what we're going to be using right there. It's still wet. What's going on here? That'll stiffen her up. That's a little bit better. Okay. Still orange in there. Probably fire a little water through it, or it's just going to be in there blop of wet stuff. Not that water's going to dry it, but take the orange out of it. I'm going to see if I can turn this down enough here, or whether I have to go reduce the pressure on the. I should reduce it just a little bit. I'll be back. Yeah, 50 psi is a little bit rough for detail work, I guess. You won't be able to see me doing this, but you have to take my word for it when I'm doing it. Well, it is orange before we start. Hopefully this doesn't look terrible. I think I lost all my air pressure. Did. Right now, holy shit. Way too much. So we did get a little bit of a barred section down there. These are airbrush is kind of misbehaving a little bit tonight. All right, and both sides I have a little bit of a. Now we're gonna do the head. Do the head green. I'm gonna put a little green in there too. I know we want black and orange, but whatever. But I do want black down the top for sure. Black down the top. Get this back in there because I'm going to use it some more. And there's no sense telling my wife I'm using her good bucket for this. Usually I wash the airbrush out over in the sink, but the sink's 25 feet that way. And why go over there? No. Moonshine. Sippy cup. This is my favorite color of green. It's a folk art grass green. Get that at Walmart. Sometimes they don't have it. Sometimes they do. When they do, I usually buy like 3 little, whatever those are, tubs. Okay, what we're gonna be doing is hitting some green around the head of this thing, and then going over top of it with the black to try and give it a little bit of a fade. goes on here. Green on the head. All right. Green on the head. I'll go over top of that with some more black and finish it up with just like some black dots. I'll probably draw those on with a marker. Oh yeah, I need the pearl white belly too. So a little shade of green. I like the eyes done in black though, for the simple reason that it really makes the eyeballs pop. And you know what? I'm going to get just a little bit on the shoulder of this bait. Right on the corner. All right. So we got the kind of a bass pattern, I guess, eh? Sort of ish. I had a marker here. Paint pen. Paint pen. I had one. I'm so tidy and organized here, it would make you guys sick. Makes my wife sick. She tells me all the time this needs to be cleaned up. I don't see why. I think I see it. No, that wasn't that. Oh, maybe. What's this? That's a Sharpie. Ah. Of course I wanted to use a Sharpie. Of course I did. Why shake a Sharpie? Oh, no, I just did. No, I don't want that. It's dry. Oh, there's my paint pen. Told you this place was organized. Little Michael's paint pen. The Craft Smart. As opposed to everything else I do. Slightly stupid. All right, we're gonna just. Oh, I just touched it. I just want a few dots sporadically amongst the edge of the black. I don't know if you can see them, but they're there. Few little spots there. Now, I think I have all my buckets full again. Except the one that dried up and went hard. No, I've seen some somewhere. Was it over here? Nope. I've seen them when I was walking in here. Or I didn't. Guess I didn't. Hey, you want guys want? I'll show you what I was doing earlier. So, got some brook trout ones there. These are some salamander color sort of things, and then I have that guy there, which is like that guy there, which is a big fire tiger, 8-inch thing for muskies. We're gonna give that thing a clear coat later tonight too, maybe. All right, well, how do we do this? Have that there. Is that where you were? Hey, it was. Still don't have a clean bucket. Shit. Oh. All right. Cleaning the bucket. This one's got to be really clean because I'm going to be doing a pearl white wherever I left that. Pearl white, I find, is like a bit of a color shift color. Works good with all the patterns where I use color shifts. Not that I do a lot of it, but I do some. Pearl white deco art. Ooh, it's so chic. Jesus Christ, I was locked on there. Oh man. I paint my fingernails usually once a week or so, doing this sort of stuff. Now, with the pearl white, I'm always a little bit careful with not putting too much water on because it's not hard to make it run as it also. Oh, that was still green on there. Anyways, it's gonna have a green tinge pearl white. Clean that thing? Yeah, no, I didn't. It's good. Forgot to clean that. All right, we're back. Pearl white. Pearl white green tinge. You know what? Probably going to stop there. I am going to stop there because my paintbrush has stopped squirting paint. That's a Smoking Gun Moonshine, Copperhead Distillery, so Sunridge, Ontario. What else can we get at? Oh yeah, I wanted to clear coat this. Oh. We got this little baby I've done. It's made of balsa. I burnt it. Number one, burnt it all. We're gonna probably test this myself because I didn't do a through wire through it, so I want to hook on to something with that and see what that pulls out. I got lots of 2-part epoxy, which is the True Glide that I use in there to lock her in. But before I try and sell that to somebody, I'm going to make sure that I can't pull it out of there with a pair of vice grips. Which means I got to put one more layer of clear coat on this. And that'll be the end of me for the night because I'm starting to feel this. And I'm starting to lose things beyond my mind because I had a little weigh scale dealy do hickey here. Oh, there it is. Better than I thought. I need a paintbrush. I had some clear coat up here. So this here is, what's it called? All right, I'll show you the big jugs. Called True Coat. This stuff is awesome. I love it. How much stuff I love, but I love that stuff. It's an excellent clear coat. It's designed by a guy by the name of Joe Peterson. He's a musky guy. His paint work makes it look like I'm using crayons for mine. He's pretty he's pretty good. I'm going to clear this sucker again. Put it there so you guys can't see what I'm up to. I'm just weighing the clear coat. This here is going to be 0.86 grams of part B. 0.86. I might go more than that. I don't know. Ooh, I am going more than that. We're going to go 1 point. We'll go. I'll do the math on the fly. Part A, we're going to go, it's supposed to be 1 gram. We're going to go 1.1. Went a little overboard on part B. Means I got to go overboard on part A. Now that's not a lot of clear coat in the bottom of that glass. This stuff thins out really nice once you heat it up. That probably won't end well. Yeah. Not much does, buddy. Not much does. We gotta get more heat onto that. Pour the heat to it. Makes her runny and sloppy and snotty. So while that's warming up, I'll warm up too. Woo! Oh shit! We're back. My old cup just went screwed off across the room on me. Enough of that noise right there. Okay. So, this is a little char burnt bait. It swims awesome. Look at that. 30-06 eyeballs. Yep. However, I want to make sure I get lots of I want to make sure there's lots of clear coat down because I burnt cracks all in it and stuff. And I don't want any water to have any way into this sucker because I like it. So if nobody else wants to buy this one, it's mine. I'd put that in my tackle box. You put that in your tackle box? You said yes. Oh, damn, you know a lot about fishing. Just notice now the music has stopped. Which is all right because last time YouTube gave me all kinds of like copyright. It's just music in the background, man. Relax. Mr. Crispin, when you said this probably won't end good, you might be right. You're starting to point that direction. Hey, let's drink moonshine and make fishing lures on YouTube. How many people do that? That's starting to look pretty nice over there. Now the belly. Sounds like an awesome idea. Does it ever? I'm full of those. You might know that. Since it's such an awesome idea, get in some more. Oh, gets smoother as the night goes on, anyways. Or some of my other senses aren't operating quite as nice. I'm running out of clear coat. I may have not quite mixed up as much as I need, which is fine. It does thin out really good. It means I have to smear it around a little more. All right. I think we got most of it. Yes. Oh, might be a few spots I missed, but what I'll do is I'll pour the blow dryer to it. That'll thin everything out real good. And not too close to the brush. Don't go too close to the brush. That'll soften her up. Let her move around a little better. It'll get thinner, but it'll cover more area. Oh yeah, I can see her moving around on my end. You see her moving around your end? Probably not. That's fantastic. Oh yeah. I know I didn't get the end of it very good. That's enough. For my last trick of the evening, I got to get this attached to the whirling wheel of death right over here without getting covered in stuff. Oh, should have just covered myself in stuff, which is where we're at. Oh, stop right there real quick. And there. Have a gander at this stuff here. So this is what we're clear coating tonight. I have that Fire Tiger 8-inch Jake. Should be just about ready to be hanging by itself. And I promised the guys, some of the guys at work, that I'm going to make some salamander patterned swim baits for brook trout, because I've seen a few posts in the last week that saying that they're catching brook trout on salamanders, and some dude chopped one open and actually had 3 or 4 salamanders inside. Do I believe it? No. Am I buying it? Yes. So made some. Everything I'm doing tonight is painted. So I guess till next time, I'm going to be checking off. But if you're not subscribed to the channel, feel free to jump in. Let me get back into some canoe stuff probably next. So, Mr. Crispin, thanks for tuning in. See you later. Turn off.